Hey guys, this is 80 from 88 Films, and today I'm outside doing some focus tests on the new Canon EOS R6. I hope you can hear me okay. It is pretty windy out here, but I just wanted to compare the kit lens, which is an RF lens, with my old EF lenses, as well as a third party, the Sigma lens. So we're on the Sigma 14 to 24mm now, set to 2.8. I don't have an ND for this bad boy. So I'm using a fast shutter speed to kind of sort that out, but it shouldn't really make too much of a difference as far as autofocus is concerned. So let's check this out.
You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine.
And now we're zooming into 24mm. Let's see if this makes any difference.
We bring the vibes here. We full of life, you keep the change, keep the change. They hate and say we went and changed. I stay the same. You must be blinded by the lights. You must be blinded by the lights.
I think I've already noticed that when I wear my glasses, the eye detect actually struggles a little bit. Let's give it a test. Yeah, it's definitely not performing the same. It finds my face just fine, but it seems to bounce around from my eye to my whole face. When I'm up close, it's got it worked out, but when I back off just a little bit, not so much. I mean, I'd say this will vary depending on your style of glasses, but there you go, it's something. So now we are on one of my old favourites, the Canon EF 85mm 1.8. The only thing I hate about this lens is the minimal focal distance. Let's back up and see how the autofocus goes.
We had some fake, then who gon' hurt this? I naughty night, you lullaby. I'm doing me, it's do or die. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.
I've been shooting all of these on the Ronin S, and I thought it would be an interesting little thing to do to try and balance them all and see how I go with this new camera, with the adapter. You do have to kind of put the, let me show you actually, with the EF to R adapter on the back of the lens, it actually makes the lens a fair bit longer, and you do have to push the camera back a bit, but it balances just fine. It's not really an issue at all, so it's worked so far. But now I'm going to give myself a big challenge, something I've never done. I'm going to try and put the 70 to 200 2.8 on the gimbal with the R6. Let's see how it goes. Now we are on the kit lens. So this came with the Canon EOS R6. It is a 24 to 105, I think it is. It is a f4 to 7.1. To be honest, I wouldn't have gone for it, but there was no body only options available right now. To get it early, you had to get the kit. So I got it. I'm gonna see how it goes. I now have one RF lens. This is actually my first mirrorless camera coming straight from digital SLR, and I'm still getting used to it. I don't know about the EVF. Anyway, that's a different video. Let's see how this focus compares to those other lenses. This is at 24mm at the moment. Let's zoom in to, wow. I think I do see some improvements on the RF lens over the EF. Kind of hoping that wouldn't be the case because the RF lenses aren't the cheapest going around, and I have a great collection of EF lenses already. But you know what? My shoot yesterday, the EFs performed really well. So sometimes you have to stop comparing and seeing which one is 5% better when the other one's already well good enough, you know what I mean? I mean, it's still interesting to know for other people and for future preferences when it comes to buying more lenses, especially with the new RF cinema cameras coming out. So RF probably is going to become the norm, and hopefully they come out with some more budget lenses. That would be nice. But performance here looks really good. Okay, so I just want to back things up there a little bit. After getting home and looking at the footage on my PC, I realized that there isn't really an advantage to the RF lens over the EF lens at all. When I was outside, it kind of looked like the little box that was tracking my eye did a better job when I was on the RF lens, but in reality, looking at the focus, not so much. From what I could tell, each lens was slightly different when it comes to autofocus. Obviously some are much older than others, some have different focus motors of different qualities, so you are going to get some variance there. But the EF to R adapter definitely isn't having any detrimental effect on the camera's ability to autofocus. If anything, I think you'll see more issues with things like glasses, like I mentioned, and also if you're on a really wide angle lens and your subject is really small in the frame and you're trying to use the eye detect, that can be a bit of an issue because the eye is just so small, the camera just can't get it done. You would more likely be better off changing to like just a single point track focus or something like that if your subject is going to be really small in the frame, because the camera tries to get the eye, but when it fails, it switches out to the face or to the body. So if you look really closely, you can kind of see this tiny little hunt between, whereas if you swap to just a tracking point, it just tracks that point. All good, not a drama. So yeah, small in the frame, forget about the eye, but it's like proper small in the frame, so it's not so much of an issue. Overall, I'm absolutely loving this camera so far. I think the autofocus is amazing, and we've come so far with autofocus on these cameras in the last few years. Next, I'll be doing a test on the IBIS. I'll probably be doing this tomorrow and uploading it to YouTube as soon as I can. So if you want to check that out, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you then.